Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, why am I feeling more tired than rested? Or maybe you've noticed that things you used to do easily, like walking upstairs or remembering names, now take a little more effort than before. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Aging brings a lot of changes, some we expect, and others that sneak up on us when we least expect it. But here's the thing, getting older doesn't have to mean slowing down, feeling weak, or losing your spark. In fact, a lot of what we call normal aging is actually the result of habits that we can change. That's why today, we're going to talk about 5 common health pitfalls that often show up after 65, and how you can avoid them with simple, realistic changes. These are not medical tricks or complicated routines. They're small shifts in how you live day to day, and I promise, your future self will be so grateful you made them. Let's start with one of the biggest ones, something that creeps in slowly but can have a huge impact over time: not moving enough. You might think, I still go for a walk sometimes, or I'm always doing things around the house, and that's wonderful. But here's the secret: after 65, staying consistently active becomes more important than ever. It's not about doing high-intensity workouts or running marathons; those days can stay in the past. What really matters is movement with intention, every single day. Our bodies are designed to move, and when we stop doing that regularly, our joints stiffen, our muscles weaken, and our balance starts to falter. You'd be surprised how quickly we lose strength after a period of sitting too much. But the good news? We can regain it. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Even just standing up and sitting down from a chair several times a day, doing gentle stretches in the morning, or walking around the house while you're on the phone can keep your muscles engaged. Little things add up. Think of movement like brushing your teeth, just something you do every day to take care of yourself. It keeps your independence strong, your balance steady, and your confidence high. Now, closely tied to that is something many people don't realize they're doing: not drinking enough water. You might be surprised to hear this one, but dehydration is a hidden issue for many older adults. And it's not always obvious. You don't need to feel parched to be dehydrated. Sometimes it shows up as fatigue, dizziness, or even memory fog. And as we age, our sense of thirst naturally becomes less sharp, so by the time we feel thirsty, we're already running low. Water does more than just quench thirst. It keeps your joints lubricated, your skin healthier, and your digestion running smoothly. And perhaps most importantly, it supports your brain function. Think about how you feel on a hot day when you haven't had a drink in a while: sluggish, foggy, a little cranky. That same thing can happen quietly every day when you're not getting enough fluids. So what can you do? One simple trick is to keep a glass of water near you at all times, by the bed, in the kitchen, beside your favorite chair. Try starting your morning with a full glass of water before you have your tea or coffee. You'll be amazed how much more awake and clear-headed you feel just from that one small habit. And if plain water isn't your favorite, try herbal teas, or add a slice of lemon or cucumber to give it a refreshing twist. Both of these habits, moving more and staying hydrated, are easy to overlook because they seem so simple. But they're powerful. They work quietly behind the scenes to keep you energized, clear-headed, and capable. And that's what we all want, isn't it? To feel strong in our bodies and sharp in our minds, even as the candles on the birthday cake keep adding up. Now, while those first 2 pitfalls are physical, the next one slips into our lives just as subtly, and sometimes even more dangerously. It's something many people shrug off as just part of getting older, but in reality, it can chip away at your joy, your motivation, and even your will to stay engaged in life. It starts quietly. You might stop going to your weekly class, or turn down an invitation from a neighbor, or maybe you just don't feel like chatting with friends on the phone anymore. Slowly but surely, isolation begins to settle in. And while it may seem harmless at first, just wanting a little peace and quiet, it can start to weigh on your mental and emotional well-being in ways that are hard to see right away. Here's the truth: humans are wired for connection. We don't need a crowd, but we do need some form of meaningful interaction. When that starts to fade, we often feel lonelier, more anxious, even a little less motivated to take care of ourselves. And over time, isolation can affect everything from your sleep to your memory to your immune system. It's not just about feeling sad, it's about what happens inside your body when you don't feel seen, heard, or valued. But the good news is, this is one of those pitfalls you can gently climb out of, even if it's been years. It doesn't mean you need to throw a party or start a whole new social life. It can be as small and lovely as chatting with a neighbor at the mailbox, joining a local walking group, or even just calling someone once a week to check in. Sometimes just being around others, at a library, a park, a coffee shop, can lift your mood more than you expect. If getting out feels hard, try starting with something that doesn't require a lot of energy. Write a letter, comment on a friend's photo, send a voice message. It all counts. What matters most is that you feel connected to someone, to something, even to a routine. Because connection gives life color, meaning, and warmth. And at this stage of life, we deserve all three. Now, while we're talking about hidden traps, let's talk about one that many people never see coming, yet it affects millions: ignoring small warning signs from your body. You know the ones, those little aches, those short moments of lightheadedness, that weird flutter in your chest. They come and go, and you think, it'll pass. Or maybe you don't want to bother anyone, or you chalk it up to just getting old. But your body is always talking to you. And after 65, listening closely becomes more important than ever. Often, big health problems start as very small whispers: a bit of swelling in the ankles, a slight change in how you walk, or suddenly needing more naps than usual. These aren't just signs of age. They can be clues to things like heart issues, medication side effects, or nutritional imbalances. The key isn't to panic over every new twinge. It's to become a gentle observer of your own body. Pay attention. Keep a little notebook if you have to. If something feels off and it keeps coming back, say something. Bring it up at your next checkup. You are not being dramatic. You are being wise. Prevention always beats treatment, and when it comes to health, early attention can make all the difference. And here's something many people forget: you don't have to do this alone. Bring someone with you to the doctor. Ask a trusted friend or family member to help keep track of appointments or reminders. Sometimes having someone else there helps you speak up and ask the questions that matter most. We're so used to powering through and being tough that we sometimes forget the strongest thing you can do is speak up for yourself. Trust your body. It's carried you through every stage of life. It's earned your attention now more than ever. As we move through these common traps, you can probably see a theme forming: the little things matter. Small actions, moving more, drinking water, making a phone call, noticing a change, can quietly shape the way we age. They don't require big decisions or overnight transformations. Just steady, gentle awareness. And a willingness to put yourself first for once, in a world that often tells us to put everyone else ahead. That leads us into one final pitfall, one that's often rooted deep in how we think about ourselves, especially as we get older. It's something that can quietly affect your health, your choices, and even how long you live. And surprisingly, it has nothing to do with your body, and everything to do with your mindset. It hides beneath phrases like "I'm too old for that," or "what's the point now," and even "that's just the way it is at this age." It's that quiet but powerful belief that somehow, after a certain number of candles on the cake, you're supposed to settle for less energy, less joy, less meaning. This, right here, is one of the most damaging health pitfalls of all: believing that your best days are behind you. Now, this mindset doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, gently convincing you that it's safer not to try new things, not to bother changing your habits, or not to dream about what's next. But here's the truth: your brain listens to the story you tell it. If you tell yourself you're too old to improve, to grow, or to be healthy, your body will believe it. But if you shift that story, even just a little, everything changes. You are not too old to get stronger. You are not too old to learn a new skill, to build a friendship, to feel confident in your body again. You are not too old to heal. And you are definitely not too old to be proud of yourself for making one good choice, one better meal, one positive change today. Mindset shapes your behavior. And your behavior shapes your future. When you start seeing yourself as capable instead of declining, something lights up inside you. You become more curious, more willing to experiment, more open to joy. And that spark? That's vitality. That's health. That's resilience. So how do you shift your mindset when you've been carrying certain beliefs for decades? You start small. Replace "I can't" with "I'll try." Instead of saying "it's too late," try "now is the right time." Celebrate the tiniest wins: getting out for a walk, cooking a healthy meal, choosing rest when your body asks for it. The more you notice what you can do, the more your confidence grows. Surround yourself with voices that lift you up, not ones that reinforce the idea that aging means fading. Read books, watch videos, join groups where people are celebrating life after 60, 70, 80. You'll be amazed at how much life opens up when you stop putting limits on what you're capable of. And let me remind you of something you might have forgotten: your body is still listening to you. Even now, your cells are renewing, your muscles can get stronger, your brain can form new connections. This isn't just positive talk, it's biology. Science now shows that people who stay optimistic, who keep moving, who stay connected and curious, actually age better. Their immune systems stay stronger, their minds stay sharper, and their risk of disease drops dramatically. So here's a simple truth I want you to carry with you: your age is not your limit. It's just your stage. And every stage of life holds new opportunities for health, happiness, and discovery, if you're willing to look for them. Let's take a breath together. Right here, right now. You've come so far. You've lived through joys and losses, built a life filled with memories and meaning. And now, you're standing at the edge of something beautiful, the chance to take even better care of yourself, not because you have to, but because you're worth it. Let's quickly look at where we've been. We talked about the power of movement, keeping your body active in simple, joyful ways. We looked at hydration, how water quietly fuels everything from your brain to your joints. We explored connection, how staying in touch with others helps keep you mentally and emotionally strong. We listened to your body, those early whispers that need attention. And now, we've ended with mindset, the foundation that influences every choice you make. These aren't just tips. They're invitations. Invitations to treat yourself with kindness, to give yourself the care and attention you've probably given to others for so many years. You've earned it. And when you honor your body, your mind, and your spirit, they honor you back, with strength, energy, and resilience that may surprise you. So if something in this message touched you today, if you felt a little spark of motivation or hope, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your stories, your experiences in the comments below. You never know who might be inspired by your words. If this video helped you, give it a like so more people can see it. And if you want more gentle, empowering advice on how to live fully after 60, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're building a community here, a space where growing older means growing wiser, stronger, and more joyful. Here's to living your best life at every age. Here's to choosing health, not perfection, just progress. And here's to you. You are not done yet. Not even close.